What's going on? Here live with you again. I hope you enjoyed the intro, but we got a Tennessee flatbetter here.
What's going on, everybody out there?
I was waiting for the what's up like you usually do.
Yeah, I'm not in a very pleasant mood today.
What's going on? Let's talk about it.
I am stuck in the unmentionable place.
Oh, I think
Oh
it's
yeah,
because Sam said the name a while back, so I think that's what pretty much happened to you. You got stuck there. It wasn't too long ago he said that.
well, that wasn't it. It was somebody down on the pad just came from here, and he said it yesterday. Yeah, yesterday.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it had to be recent to have
Do
it
I know who
happen.
it was?
What's that?
Do I know who it was? Do I know him?
Uh, yeah, he drives a green truck.
Oh, okay.
And
Really?
Sam just texted me, haha.
Oh man, this thing, I swear, this thing is giving me problems with bad sound.
Yeah, you're like cutting in and out every other word.
How about
I didn't
now? Is
know.
that fixed now? I hope that's fixed now.
Yeah, that's better.
Always got to switch the input device every time I start it. I just don't get it. It does not make sense to me. So you went on a load and you ended up in where'd you go? You went to Indiana, right?
Yeah, I went to Sullivan, Indiana, and then ended up driving 300 miles north of there, or not 300 miles, 3 hours north of there to get where I'm at now. Backed into the door at like 4, and they still hadn't even put dunnage on the trailer yet to load it, and it is now 7.
What is dunnage?
The boards
Oh,
that go under the load.
okay. Whoa, super chat from Kiersey. She says, "Hi, Twisted and all." Hey, Kiersey, what's going on? I haven't seen you in a while. I was wondering where you've been, actually.
Yeah, unfortunately, I won't be able to see any of that today.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you're just here. So hopefully we'll be seeing you tomorrow back or maybe tomorrow the
Yeah,
next
it'll be
day, hopefully.
sometime tomorrow.
See who all's in here real quick. Let me go down this list. We got Simply Avocado. Oh, we got Jeff throwing up the flatbed game
FVG.
from Chicota. I don't know. Oh, that's my own comment. Jeff says whoop whoop. Han says the waiting game at a shipper. Oh, you're getting detention pay, man. Cash in that money, dude.
Oh
Get
yeah,
some
I'm definitely
detention pay.
stamping it so hard that the person that wrote the bills will feel it.
You remember how to stamp it? It's been a while since you got detention pay, huh?
Yeah, that's the thing. I got to figure out where my stamp's at.
Mine's usually I got two of them if you need to borrow one.
Yeah.
Jason Moore says, "Let's get this started." Backwoods, what's up, Backwoods? Pegleg says he's here. Let's get this party started like it's 1999.
That felt like the stamp. That wasn't a stamp.
Jeffrey wants to know if you're in Illinois. He definitely is. He's at that place that he just cannot stand.
Look what I
On
found.
says, "At the broker, send me to the wrong shipper 200 miles away, then had to go 170 miles to get it right. Shipper to the right shipper, and I still gotta wait." Oh, I heard it. That's the sound of money. Do it one more time. Or you already stamped it.
Yeah, I could do it again.
There you go. Cha-ching! That's that detention pay right there. Oh, dang, Hans. I mean, that sucks, man. They sent you the wrong way, and then you had to go the other way to get loaded. Ouch. Kirsty took off yesterday. You have to get some time off. Like sitting there doing the same thing over and over and over, you start to beat yourself up. And we got real quick, let me go ahead and change this background because it ain't gonna work with three people in here, unfortunately. Let's see what that one looks like. So Mr. Oakdale Trucker has just started his own YouTube channel, and we're gonna bring him in here.
What is going
going
on?
on?
Can I do this? No.
Yeah, turn it sideways. It should flip over. Just leave it for a while.
No, I don't think he's gonna do it.
You don't have your phone on that auto rotate thing.
No, I don't.
Well, go in your
Okay,
settings
that's
real
the
quick.
problem. It's not rotating on you. So you enjoying that home time or what?
Oh yeah, I come back out on Saturday.
Saturday.
Yes, sir.
So if y'all don't know, Oakdale Trucker just started his own lease, and he's out on his first week. Is this the first lease you ever did?
Yes, sir.
How long have you been out there doing? How long you been trucking? When did you come in?
I actually started my orientation. I got to Springfield on July 7th of 2019. Walked right in that orientation the 8th, next day.
Okay.
And got my first truck, went solo on January 2nd of 2020 was my first load solo.
2020. So you came in right when you're making that good COVID money, man. The loads were great, and
Yes, sir.
you started out company, I'm guessing, because you just started that lease, right?
Yeah, I spent 3 years of company.
And Tennessee, he trained one of your guys, man. You remember? We called him Tippy Toes, if you remember.
Oh, you had him?
Yep.
How was his
didn't
driving?
he didn't last, but he was good. I followed him on. I did like my trainer did, and followed him on Google Maps when I was in the back, and we ended up in a suburb. We ended up in the suburbs.
Ooh.
I'm like, dude, really?
Yeah. Not good.
No.
He's still
it's
a
not.
pretty decent guy, other than really nervous.
Yeah, he was.
Hopefully he's still out there trucking somewhere, even though he didn't stay with Prime. I'm hoping that he's out there.
Actually, he lives in the same town that I do. I heard he's a log truck driver here in town.
Okay.
That's scary. And those logs are like, man, I see videos of them driving through those trees and stuff on those little roads that somebody made, and you have to turn it perfect or you're gonna flip that thing over. Like,
Oh yeah.
if they don't load it right, you're gonna flip it over. Like, that's some man stuff right there.
Yeah, sir.
Definitely some man stuff. Hardcore stuff, whatever you want to call it. What's going on, Scotty B? Greenwich.
What's going on, Greenwich?
Greenwich says, remember that detention stamp. Pegleg wants to know if it's that horrible pipe place.
Yes.
Yeah, he loves going there.
Since I'm already here, the Jinx is already in it. I'm at Harvey, Illinois, at Allied 2.
Having a blast. Is it raining out there, I guess?
Oh yeah.
I see it on the window. About to have to strap the stuff up with a strap or chain it, whatever you do with in the rain, huh?
No, it's going to be strapped and tarped inside.
Oh, nice. Nice. So, Oakdale, you live in a good reload area?
Right now, I'm down here by Ventura Foods over there in Opelousas. In my almost 4 years of driving, I've gotten 2 loads out of there. Other than that, I go to Natchitoches, or I'll go up to Bastrop. They're both meat plants.
Both meat plants.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, meat loads do pretty good. I mean, like, that's some good reload stuff right there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Han says that shipper is gonna make him miss his next appointment time for the second pickup since they're closed again. Since they close at 5 p.m. Ouch. So you're gonna be stuck even more. Oh yeah, I see it out there raining. Oh, you got to wear that cute little hard hat? Let's see what it looks like when you put it on. Look at him. Nightmare Before Christmas on it, too. I should have knew it.
Ugh.
Time and loving it, says John. But Twisted, if you don't keep it clean tonight, you have my permission to break my good leg. If I don't keep it. So Pegleg says he's keeping it clean tonight. There you go. I hate how they look, man. It reminds me of that movie, like, what is it, Spaceballs or whatever, where they have the oversized helmets.
Me, I got such a melon-sized head. It looks like a toupee sitting on me because my PSD trainer was a flatbed.
Oh, so you had to wear that.
Yep.
Okay. No good. I wouldn't like wearing it. I had to wear one at a shipper I went to where I had to do a load count. Oakdale, have you done a load count yet? A driver count?
Yes, sir.
Gotta love that, where you just, the pallets are coming, you're all like, what is it back in school? Link times, width times, height? And you're like, man, I hope that's right.
Mine was produce loads.
Yeah, beard net.
Yeah.
That too.
Nashville says, how long have you been driving? How long have you been driving and Tennessee? I have been driving for a little over 6 years.
No, May 8th will be 6 years for me.
Tanner B says, what's up? John says, man, I run from Cali to Oregon every week. Those guys haul logs. Logs run like bull haulers and get out of their way because they're hammered down and chin in the wind. Yeah, you got to be careful around those guys. They know the area good, so they'll take those curves and stuff a lot faster than you will, and they don't like you in their way. Like those log haulers don't play around. That's some dangerous stuff.
I don't know. I've seen Final Destination. I pretty much stay from behind them.
Oh, yeah. We passed one the other day, and my student said the same thing. Jeffrey says, what's a detention stamp? Was it? Can you put it up? Well, it's probably too dark to see what it looks like. I was wondering if you could see the bills. Well, you can kind of see it. But it's pretty much a stamp, so you can stamp down what time you got into the shipper, what time you were actually loaded, what your appointment time was, and what time you left. So it just keeps track of all of that, and yeah, it has that spin and stamp in there.
Yeah, you just stamp it on everything.
So it's so you can get your detention pay right, and you can you're supposed to get them to sign it, which most of the time the places I've been to, I think only got one of them signed in the whole time I've been trucking. I've only got one signed. I kind of just don't even worry about them signing it no more because they're all like, no, I ain't signing that. I ain't saying that I loaded you late. It's all like, but you did, bro.
We run into, we're not allowed to sign that.
Oh, yeah.
We're not allowed to sign anything. We're not allowed to do this. We're not allowed to do that. I talked one loader one time into signing it real quick.
Yeah.
And he signed it. Just one. The rest of them refuse.
You tricked them all. You say, hey, you forgot to sign this bill's right here. Just sign it right here. And he's like, okay. It just says you loaded it, bro.
That's what I said. I said, it just says you loaded it.
Scotty B says, I'm staying over in Elkton, Maryland tonight. Reload tomorrow morning, pulling a 48-foot walking floor trailer. This load. 48-foot walking trailer.
Oh, walking floor. Those are pretty cool.
Yeah, it walks the pallets to the back of the truck.
Wow.
If I'm thinking right, there's a lever that's on like towards the front of the trailer. You pull that or pull it up, and then it starts doing it. Then it starts walking the pallets back.
Pretty cool. I've seen a video of one. I haven't ever seen one in person. You know, it reminds me of like those escape ramps. Have y'all seen those escape ramps with the cables where you
Mhm.
hit that and then the cables stop you?
Oh, yeah.
That's just what I envisioned whenever we were just talking about that. I was all like, oh man. We'll just say Joe says, "What's up from Texas? That's my home state. That's my people, man. Love Texas people, man.
I like going to Texas.
My best students are from Texas. No, my best students are from North Carolina, actually. But you got some good students coming out of Texas. Let's see. Nashville says, I'm still a rookie, but if I had to go to trucking, still a rookie, but if you had to go to trucking. Oh, truck stop. What's
Yep.
y'all's? The truck stop I would probably prefer that I prefer the most is like those little mall and paw ones because I can always find parking. If I'm trying to take a shower or it's early in the day and I know there's going to be a lot of parking, I'll shoot for a Flying J or a Love's.
Yeah, that's where we stopped last night. Is at a Pilot, just on the south side of St. Louis, just right off of 270.
Kiersey says she flirts with them and asks them to sign and leave their phone number. I bet she gets all of her detention stamps.
I wonder if
signed.
I can do that. Flirt with them and get their phone numbers.
You can try that, and on the next live, we can talk about how that went for you.
It ain't gonna work for me. I already know.
So when you picking up your next student? Oakdale?
Never,
Why's that?
ever. Hey, I like my own space. I like my space.
That right there is a great tool. I did a video with mine. It's for squeegeeing the mirrors. Like, you know how you come out of the wash bay and it gives you hard water spots?
Oh yes, I had that before I came home. I always get the truck
Look at
washed,
that.
especially when I go down to Hammond.
Look at that.
Not a water spot on it.
That bottom one's harder to use, though. I think it's made for all trucks, so it doesn't have it's not curved correctly for the Freightliner. Look at that nice phone. You got the bendable phone in the mirror, everything. But yeah, I like that squeegee. So what's up? Why are we not training, Oakdale?
I tried that one time. I guess I just don't have the patience. Training, just like trucking's not for everybody. Training's not for everybody either.
Hey, you just gotta get past that first student, man.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's you can do whatever you want, but like, you know, give it another shot. Give it another shot sometime. Just try another one out. See what you see.
I
If
feel like I'd
maybe
be
it
a good
wasn't for you.
pad trainer though.
You're what?
Good pad trainer,
Who?
maybe. I feel like I would be a good pad trainer.
You could try it out. You talk about patience. You talk about a hard time. That pad training, that right there is no joke. Tennessee, how easy is it?
Not as easy as you think it is.
I usually suggest for people to go out there and do like 2 or 3, maybe at least 1 or 2 TNT students first, because that way you get to learn how to talk to a student. You get to learn how to deal with them. You got to learn how to live with them on your truck. You know, I always suggest that. Plus, you pick up your revenue. That way, if you're going to start PSD training, then guess what? You got money to fall back on if anything happens, because you're going to lose money when you're at the pad over there training your student, because you're not going to get in there and teach them everything in one day and test them out. Some guys you can. Some guys are quick learners. You can teach them everything in one day, get them passed, and send them on their way. You know, but that usually requires a lot of backing out there while you're on the road and in the truck stops and stuff like that, if you're going to get it out of there real fast. But if somebody's a quick learner, they can pick it up faster, and you're a lot better. you're a lot better off.
Oh yeah.
But Pia, doing TNT, you kind of get used to how to talk to your student, how to tell them how to back, stuff like that. You got to really be pretty good at explaining how it goes. And sometimes I still have troubles explaining stuff because I'll explain it, but somebody doesn't know how to, like, they're not picking it up. So I got to try to explain it a different way, or find Tennessee and be like, hey, tell them what I'm saying. We need somebody more country than I am.
Or I've done that with you. Hey, can you explain it the same words I did, just word them differently?
Yeah, we're saying the same thing at the end of the day. So
Oh yeah.
it's kind of good to have like that support system with each other to, help each other out. It's good. Scotty says they suck. No pallets. I hauled the waste. A metal shredder is all the grounded up material like insulation, car parts, and foam from a refrigerator. We call it fluff. Wow. Sounds like a itchy mess. So there, he doesn't use it for pallets. They use it to pull, I guess, pull that stuff in there. I guess kind of like we use the roller decks for like FedEx and stuff like that. It's just
Right.
But that doesn't sound fun. Like dealing with the fluff. Like I got enough fluff. Like I ate good the other night. Hey, Tennessee, you're gonna have to show them some cleavage too. That's what Kiersey said. You gotta show them some cleavage.
I can do that.
I'll pick up a load of scrap metal in the morning, Scotty B says. John says the mirror squeegee is sweet. Yeah, dude, the mirror squeegee is what's up. Like I'm highly like saying buy that. I wish they would like endorse me and just I would do a little commercial for them real quick on every so often video. If they would just send me like 10 a month so I can just give them out. Hey, truck squeegee, try it out. Let me know what you think. Do a little video with that person, how you like it. I stand outside the other side of the wash bay. As somebody came out, I'd be like, hey, pull over here. I got to talk to you. They pull over. Hey, try this out. Test this out. Tell me how you like it. Shoot, I'd be all over selling some squeegees, man.
Sad hustle.
Yeah, you want to get some fingerprints off of glass tables? If it cleans your mirror that good, just imagine when you commit a crime, you can get rid of those fingerprints. I could come up with some good stuff. There's a little like I really don't tell nobody this. This is the first time I'm really saying this, but there was a point that like I needed a job and I applied at this place and they're all like, "Hey, we're not door-to-door salesmen, but we sell stuff." And I was like, "God, this is going to be horrible." And so I was with them like a couple of days. I made some pretty good money, but you had to like sell knife kits and stuff like that. So I remember this knife kit we had and I was like, man, how am I going to sell this thing? And it came with a free pair of scissors. So I was running around with this knife kit and I would come up to somebody and I'd be like, "Hey, I'm selling this knife kit. It's the OJ Simpson approved knife kit with the Lorena Bobbitt free scissors in there." And people would start laughing and they would buy it. So, OJ Simpson? Y'all don't even know.
Boy, when I was in OJ Simpson, he was in a I forgot what movie that was.
The OJ Simpson knife kit, you know what? Never mind.
Oh no.
And the Lorena Bobbitt scissors, Lorena Bobbitt? Never mind.
Yeah.
Y'all just killed me over here. I'll explain it to y'all afterwards. I'm not hearing this racism going on right now. Maybe somebody understood that.
Did it come with a glove?
There you go. The glove that did not fit. Pegleg says, "Twisted, I thought your best student were..." What's that say? Hateism? Is he trying to spell Haitian? What's he trying to spell? Have you ever used a runaway truck ramp? Oh man, that's another video I'm doing pretty soon, is a runaway truck ramp video. And I was
Are you
looking
gonna go
up a
sledding
bunch of
down it?
stuff on it, doing a lot of research for this runaway truck video. And that's whenever I saw the cables that stopped the trucks, and I saw a little video of how much it damaged them. And I remember seeing some, and I think I was in Utah whenever I seen some. I'm pretty sure it was in Utah I seen it, and I was like, oh, that would tear up your truck. I prefer rest areas over truck stops, so I usually shower during my 30-minute break. From the fuel bay, right?
With the windshield squeegee.
Yeah,
With
and
the window, yeah.
some of them
Hey,
got water hoses right there.
Oh, there's another sales pitch for the squeegee. You can even take it to the shower with you and squeegee off that mirror. You tired of not being able to see your nice clean body after your shower? Just take the squeegee and squeegee all that fog right off of it.
Oh, look, there I am.
I have to get the whole mirror. I'm not skinny like Tennessee. He probably do one line. I see myself. I have to go.
I don't know. That would be like me too.
Tennessee's greater than Texas. Ouch. Ouch. I wish I didn't not know how to read that. Jeff says he loves the Flying J for fuel. TA parking. Bathrooms they have go Palma. Some kind of soap and get the road grimes off your hands. A little bit America's Sinclair for food. Holy cow. Jeff, you can pick one. Like, stop making this so difficult.
That's his daily routine before he stops.
Oakdale, what's your favorite truck stop, man?
I'm gonna have to go with Love's.
Loves.
Only because
You know
I get
what I say about
we get free
Loves?
showers.
That too. You know what I say about Loves, though? I always say that Loves, they do that free drink refill. So, like, that parking lot is always full. Like, it's hard to get a spot there, sometimes even during the day. I always say, man, all the fat truckers go to Loves because they want to get their free drink refill. And they have those big cups, and you always see them. They're all, like, walking sideways. I really don't see them nowhere else but Loves. Like, those
The
guys
Pilot
that
Flying
can
J's have
walk.
the free drink refills too.
What does?
The Pilot Flying J's.
They started doing that?
I just can't get them because I can't have a lot of sugar. So yeah, I looked at my app and it said I had 3 shower credits and like 10 free drink refills. I'm like, when did they start that? I'm like, that is awesome.
So somewhere they gave Wi-Fi credits too. I can't remember where. I remember getting Wi-Fi credits at one of them, but I never used the Wi-Fi credit. Nashville says, I applaud y'all as trainers. Y'all put up with a lot. Oh yeah.
Yeah, one broke me.
You know what you need to do is applaud our wives, because we come home and we're even more crazy than when we left to work. So our wives really have to put up with us. Like, look at Tennessee and I. Like, we're lucky to be married. Be right back trucking. No, I don't know. BRB trucking. Hello from Alabama Tanker. I try to get a tanker in here tonight, guys. I try to get a tanker in here tonight, and unfortunately, he was sick. He made it home, but he ended up getting sick. So I said, let me hit you up later. He still said he would do it, but I said, let me hit you up later, see how you're feeling. I hit him up, and I guess he's still sick because I never got a response. Jeff, sounds like you need to put some twisted squeegees on the merch site.
That would be cool.
Oh, I'm gonna have to call Squeegee of America or whatever. What is it? I don't even know the name of it. Cutco trucker
Oh,
stick.
yep. Cutco.
And it's in my color too, green. That's probably the knife sets I was selling. Cutco.
Hey, I went on their website. They have a lot of good stuff.
Look at Greenwich. How young are these kids? Don't know OJ or Lorena? That's what I was saying. I was over here expecting a laugh. They just looked at me like, what this idiot saying?
I was laughing at you.
This guy think he's funny over here? Scotty B says, speech to text sucks. The trailer is the same type of trailer you see transporting bark, mulch, or wood chips. Oh, a belly dump trailer. Like, that's what I call it. You know how you see all that in, like, it has a cage, they fill it up, and then it comes out the bottom. Like,
Oh yeah.
that's what I think. Scotty B, you're gonna have to draw a picture on your little text box. Just draw a picture of it and hit send. Hopefully it'll go through. We'll see what it is. What is the only vowel missing from Harvey, Illinois? U.
Well, you found me. I'm right here.
Not today. It's not. Yeah, Haitian. Man, Haitian students are pretty hard to train. And look, it's not really the Haitian guy's fault. Like, it's kind of in their culture to not be taught anything. So they have to learn everything themselves. And when you're trying to teach somebody something that's a Haitian, they have a hard time learning it because they've never had anyone help them. Like, I've had Haitian guys that like bust down into tears, and they're all like, man, I never had no one try to help me so much. You never gave up on me. You get frustrated, I get frustrated. You've been right there for me. And I'm all like, man, dude, like, I told you I will never give up on you as long as you don't give up on yourself. If you give up on yourself, I can't help you there. But as long as you're working on it and you're trying hard, I will fight with you every way, every time to get you done, to get you your CDL and to your next project, to your TNT phase, so you can keep going. And the whole thing is that, like, I tell them too, I'm all like, look, I'm not here to pass your tests. Like, I'm not here just to get you to pass your tests. I'm here to teach you some real skills. Like, we're not just teaching, hey, do this and do this, that'll pass your test. 1 + 1 = 2. We're not doing that. You're going to have to fully understanding how the back of the trailer moves, the front of the trailer, and the truck, the basics that you need to back into places. Han says, never use an escape ramp. Hope I never have to. I haven't either. Either of y'all used the escape ramp?
Nope.
Nope, I haven't. Hope I don't have to either.
No matter what your favorite truck stop is, don't walk in the parking lot or shower barefooted.
Gross. Especially in the hot summer. Oh my God.
Oh, I had a student. One time. That's all I got to say. Find the video. That student did all that. And kind of took a pee underneath my APU in the middle of summer, so the smell was coming in. I was not happy. I didn't get no sleep. I was furious.
Oh yeah, the parking lot just bakes under that. Oh my God,
and the smell was coming up right. It was like it was just connected to my CPAP machine. He might as well pee down the holes in my CPAP. That's how bad it was.
Man.
Those two didn't see it, Tennessee. Uh-oh, we missed something.
We must have.
Tennessee don't even know what's going on. We missed it, though, Tennessee. We missed it. I pulled into a Flying J today, and the amount of trash in the parking lot next to the one I parked, absolutely disgraceful. Yeah, dude, the truck stops are bad right now. I had somebody send me some pictures of some truck stops here recently, and I was like, man, that's disgusting. But I don't know what it is. It's like people just don't have respect enough to take their trash to the actual trash can and just put it in the trash anymore. It's like they just don't care about it.
It's either that or they don't want to dump the trash cans.
Give me a couple minutes and I'll just send them to your phone. Awesome. Michael says, hello, gentlemen. What's going on with this chatter about going through the logs department to get authorization for PC? All right. I figured we would get to this pretty soon or someday. So here's what my opinion is of this PC problem we're having. Is that we had it, and we're over here using it in the wrong ways too much. Lots of people are using it in the wrong ways too much. And it's getting to the point where we might someday lose our PC. Like, it's been taken away from another country. Another carrier, a mega carrier lost their PC. And we're getting to that point where too many people are abusing it. So right now they got some fleets that they're testing on, called the logs department to get authorization to use it. And that's kind of making sure that we, as a company, we are using it in the correct manner and making sure that we're using it for legit reasons, that we're not just using it to advance to our load or using it in the wrong way to make us as a company lose it. So I'm not on one of those fleets that has to get approval. I don't. Either one of you guys are?
No, I'm not.
I don't believe so. I haven't been told.
So that was the major issue, is that it was being abused and used for the wrong reasons. Now if you ever had to read the stuff on PC, like I looked it up not too long ago, and I was like, oh my gosh, I don't even understand this. So, hey, guess what? The DLT guy, I'm all like, I'm at this scale. Let me ask this dude what's up. So I asked him, and he's all like, well, we just, when we see PC, we just want to make sure that you're not using it for more than 20 minutes because we figure you can get wherever you need to go in 20 minutes. And I was like, so what do you mean? Like, I could go from this truck stop to the next as long as it's only 20 minutes from where I'm at? He's all like, yeah. I was all like, so what are you looking for? And he was all like, look, at this weight station right here, we're just looking for people using it more than 20 minutes at a time or multiple uses in a day. Like, if you have a use every other day for about 20 minutes, we don't care about that. You might need to go park somewhere else. You might need to do this. So it's a, like, they need to come out with like the rule book of PC, like the black and white of, you can use it for this, you can't use it for that. You can use it for this, you can't use it for that. And I've even asked logs. I'm all like, hey, can I use PC for this? And they're all like, well, you gotta be more descriptive. What do you mean you're gonna go to a store over here? And I was like, can I use it for that or not? And they're all like, well, it depends on this and that. I'm all like, what do you mean it depends? I'm going to a store, go grocery shopping. Like, can I use it to get there? Well, it depends. I'm like, no, it doesn't depend. Like, that's for my personal convenience. Like, I'm gonna go over there and get food and stuff, and there, I don't know. I'd rather just get food and stuff at a 30-minute break. I'll go stop somewhere and get like restock or whatever, 30-minute break, and not worry about it. That way I'm not using the PC for abusing it. But if it's abused too much, we will lose it, unfortunately. How do you feel, Tennessee?
Oh, I agree. We're using it way too much to do too many stupid things with it.
Oh, yeah, turn your phone down a little bit, the volume, just a little bit.
Yeah, I'm trying to hear you because all of a sudden the volume went like down.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, my
Tennessee.
phone's all the way up.
Is that it, Tennessee?
Yeah, that was it.
All right, Oakdale, what you think about PC?
I don't really use it, to be honest with you. I got a text message the other day asking, can we get up from a 10-hour and drive 5 miles to a load on PC, I said do not do that. But from what I haven't really used it over the past, well, not being home for the last 3 months, but I haven't really used it at all, actually. I mean, I might use it to go like when I'm here at the house, I might use it to go like down to Walmart and back, and that's it.
Why don't you take your personal car?
I don't have a personal vehicle. That's one reason why I switched over the lease so I can get me a vehicle.
Oh, okay. You could get a vehicle being company.
It was kind of.
How many miles were you running a week at company?
It's right there on top of my stuff. Yeah. I want to try to put my earbud in, see if it gets any better.
It helps out. Jack. Guess who's stuck with the name Jack down there? He's stuck with the name. I talked to him yesterday, I think it was, and he said he changed his name so much that he's stuck with that for 10 more days. So poor guy. And I'm pretty sure Monday night I'm gonna go have dinner with him. So see, I remembered. I told him I have a bad memory. He's gonna have to remind me, but I'm trying to remember Monday night. I gotta go have dinner with him. Trying.
I don't know. I can't get the volume to go up.
No. Backwoods swapped his little dash man out for. Oh, they're talking about when you were switching the skull to the.
Oh yeah.
To the. Not teddy bear, Care Bear. The Care Bear to the skull.
Can you tell me which bear it is?
The Harmony.
There you go.
Jeffrey says, if you don't know Lorena Bobbitt, that's like not being told to pee underwater in a Amazon river or something similar. Ouch. That's a fact. I don't even shower barefoot. I'm staying at the Ritz Carlton. Yeah, don't shower barefooted. You might get some athlete's foot or something you don't want to know about.
Yeah, plus you don't know what they clean that stuff with.
Yeah, you don't want to be stepping on dead babies in no shower. That's disgusting. Scotty B says, I just sent some pictures. It's on my phone upstairs. I'll have to check it later. Yeah, it's pretty simple lack of education. And it's lack of them actually setting out the guidelines for PC, really. In my opinion, they need to set out the guidelines for it better. Like, stop writing all of this stuff in the federal government over here, because that's who we're driving for, the feds, pretty much. They set the standards over here. Come out with something like, I'm a dumb truck driver. I can barely read comments. You come out with this thing with all these numbers and section such and such and memorandum this or all that stuff. I don't know what you're talking about. Make that stuff in English. Like, put it in a little book with pictures in it, like, so we can figure out how to use personal convenience. Something. Pegleg, 21 viewers and 5 likes. If you don't want Tennessee to go topless. Hey, let's roll that footage of Pegleg real fast. I know everybody's been waiting on it.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, everybody. Hit that like button. Borrow my leg to smash that ding-dong bell. Oh, and if you ain't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe, too.
Go ahead and subscribe to. I love it. It's great every time. Nashville, for any of you rookies like myself, keep a kitty litter, oil spill clean in your truck if you are running northern states in the wintertime. I was in Nebraska this week. It was frozen over. I saved a $400 tow bill. Look, and I do the same thing. Like, if you get stuck out there, and Ogdell, you might know this already, you might not. If you want to save some money on some ice, you can get a bag of kitty litter, and you can pour that stuff all over the ground around your drives and let it set for just about 5 minutes. and then
Oh, yeah.
you can get yourself unstuck like that. It works great. I've done it before. That's why I don't have none in my truck right now. So I need to get some pretty soon before I get stuck on one of these tire loads. But I'm usually in mud for the tire loads. I almost got stuck in the mud the other day. Dalton says, what's your opinion on hot loads? Like, are they worth the time to drop what you're doing? Oakdale.
What's your opinion on your hot loads? Hot loads. What do you like? I'm sorry, the volume is like really low. I'm trying to make out. What are you talking about? Like, load. Crap. Only loads that team drivers can do. I'm trying to hear y'all. I'm sorry. It's
Hot loads, like they have to get there quick. They're
FedEx loads. They are awesome. Not really.
I like FedEx loads. I guess also high value would be considered that.
Yep.
Stuff like that.
I got in trouble by my trainer that time. We had a high value load. Number one rule is somebody has to be in the truck at all times. He got out to fuel, and what do? I get out of the truck and I go straight to the bathroom. Yeah. He gave me ear full of it when we get back in the truck and started going down the road.
Yeah, and if the road conditions are not safe, then I don't care how hot your load is. Like,
yeah.
Dalton, better explain hot loads for me, and we will jump back on that topic.
Well, to me, a hot load would be a load that's got to be there ASAP. Like the load I did to Kansas City, the physical load didn't need to be there, but one piece that was on that what made it a hot load. They were needing that to finish the section that would need the rest of the loads that were going up to Kansas City.
Dutch Master says, I've been seeing more KWs at Springfield Terminal. What are the requirements to lease one of those from Prime Inc? I don't know. It's going to be luck of the draw. You're going to have to be at the top of the list, and one's going to become available, and you have to be the first one there. Those things are sweet, man. Have you seen this new KW? These, I think that they're 23.
I've seen them as a lot of day cabs.
No, I've seen like 2 full-size ones today running around the yard.
Oh, they just must have got those in.
They are sweet. They're a little bit more squared in the front, which I kind of don't really like. But on the side, from the side view, they have this nice rounded fender, and it looks like, I don't know, man. It kind of reminded me like a Ferrari or something. I was like, what is that? I had to drive around to go find that truck. It was a white one I seen today, and I seen a black one today. And they were both sweet, man. I was like, man, those are bad. The square kind of like, it's more squared in the front. I really didn't like that part, but I thought the front end that they had for a long time was great. The FMCSA, yeah, I keep calling it the feds, can remove PC from a company with fines attached. Use it sparingly. Yeah, and Pegleg, we've been talking in Discord about this a long time ago before this even happened, and we were talking about this way before that message came out and all that stuff. And I've been having a problem with PC for the longest time. I just don't know how to make a video on something that I can't say you can use it for this, but you cannot use it for that. You can use it to do this, but you can't use it to do that. It doesn't make no sense. I tried not to use it as much as possible. That way I don't even have to worry about it.
Yeah, you'll get a message like maybe just a few minutes, maybe a couple minutes being on PC. Then you'll get a message like saying you can't use it being under a load, or you can't use it going to a Prime facility or anything like that. Even when you are empty, you cannot use it going towards a Prime facility.
Michael says, I think you should be able to use it.
Use it.
What's that word? Discretion.
Discretion? Yeah, discretion.
At your discretion. I went blank as soon as I seen that word. I was all like, man, I just figured out what that. I think you should be able to use it at your discretion. If you are paying the excessive amount of $1,056 weekly to lease your truck. Yeah, but it's not Prime taking it away. It's really Prime trying to prevent the whole company from losing it is what they're doing. So I think right now that's a pretty good idea to see what it's getting used for, compile data, see what people are getting in trouble for using it, stuff like that. I think that is going to help us get a better understanding of PC.
My truck payment's not even that big.
Each state is gonna have their own rules and stuff to it, or different stuff that they're looking for. Nashville says they shouldn't be able to take away PC if you're using it legally. If you're advancing to your load or doing something sketchy, I can see that is a different story. Yeah, and also like some people are just don't know that they're using it the wrong way because they weren't properly trained, and then there's not stuff you can read on that stuff. Out here in trucking, it's kind of honestly trucking out here is the dirty game. You got to pretty much teach yourself everything out here whenever it comes to trucking companies, whenever it comes to how to manage your clocks. How to manage your clocks, how to run your truck, when to buy groceries. Do I take a split for this? Like you're pretty much teaching yourself that kind of stuff. Now, if you're lucky, you have a good trainer that you can call on when you need them. How to side tandems. If you're lucky, you watched it enough and you understand it enough to start learning it on your own. But as for going to different companies and stuff like that, it's a dirty world out here trucking because people don't want to really help you. I just don't understand it. Like people don't want to say, hey, this is a bad company. I had a guy call me yesterday and he said, hey man, the trucking job I'm at's not going good. He's all like, I can't come back to Prime because there were some issues. So Prime wasn't going to bring him back. Unfortunately, it was bad communication why he couldn't come back to Prime. Like his trainer pretty much told him, and all these people out there pretty much told him, hey, you can refuse a load whenever you want. Like your lease, you can refuse a load. So he was refusing loads. Then he left Prime, go try another company out. Then he found out it wasn't the best company. He needed to come back to Prime. Unfortunately, Prime won't let him come back. They said, hey, man, you were refusing too many loads. You are bad for business. We don't want you to come back. And he was all like, what's going on? I said, well, how many loads you refuse? One a year? One every 6 months? What are we talking? He goes, about one or two a week. I said, no kidding, man. We're at a place running freight. And the thing is that he should have called me. He should have talked to me. Like there was a lot of stuff that I could have helped him with because I'm willing to help people. And he just did not call me. And unfortunately, Prime won't hire him back. So guess what? Like I still got connections out there. So I hooked him up with somebody and I put him on phone together and I was busy. So I just muted my phone and just laid my phone on the dash, did what I needed to do, came back unmuted. Hey guys, I sent y'all each other's phone number, whatever, click. Put it back on mute, and I just let them talk. And he told them about the company, and that's a real life person working for the company that he's looking at. And hopefully he gets with them and they treat him better and he's good. But, whenever it comes to actually finding out about that company, he could have called him on the phone. Recruiter could have told him all this stuff that makes it sound wonderful because they want a driver in their truck. Another thing that you need to do whenever you go to some of these companies out there is you need to do your walk the yard. Walk the yard. Go see what kind of trucks they have. Go see what kind of equipment they have. You do not want to go to a company where you have bad equipment, bad trucks, bad trailers, all that stuff. If you're going to a company and you're going to a face-to-face interview, you should be allowed to walk their yard and go see, hey, I want to see their shop. I want to see what your shop's like. I want to see this, because at the end of the day, you're the one behind that wheel driving that truck. So if there's something broken on it and you're driving it, you're going to be the one at fault at the end of the day. If something bad happens, you get into an accident, you hurt somebody, you kill somebody, whatever, you're the one that's going to have to pay for that. So you got to make sure that they have good equipment, because these companies out here, they're going to protect themselves and their CSA score. So whenever something happens, something's broken on that truck and you didn't do your job and get out there and check it and make sure your vehicle was safe, at the end of the day, you're the one behind the wheel. So they're going to be like, it was on you to check it. Why did you not get it fixed? If their shop is kind of shady, take it to a dealer somewhere, get it fixed, because you're the one responsible. You're the one behind that wheel. Your job is to make sure that that truck is safe before you drive it. Woo! That was a lot of talking. I'm sorry, guys. Y'all want to add on to that?
No, I'm thinking we're beating this PC to death.
I think I went way off of subject right there. Slowpoke says, "What's up, Thursday night peeps? Coming at you from the pilot in Cambridge, Ohio." Scotty B says, "Good night, guys. 9 here. I got to be up 2:45. Safe travels." Hey, be safe out there, Scotty.
Yeah, be
Thanks for
safe.
stopping in, brother.
Sure.
Oakdale, any tips to a rookie lease guy on how to make it when freight is slow or freight rates are low?
Oh, you got me on that one, Jake. I'm relatively new at this too. I just did 3 loads on the lease side. From what I was told, because I actually asked around the terminal, I all got the same type thing. Okay.
Keep going.
When rates are low, when rates are low, and I don't know. I'm trying to think here. Yeah, with shit. So it's just
All right, save. Be smart with your fuel. Try to save,
very.
get
That's
good
your
fuel
biggest-
mileage.
That's your biggest cost right there, is your fuel.
Watch where you're filling up. Try not to go over your what's your surcharge, right?
Yes.
Be
I
careful
don't let my truck get down to a quarter tank. If I get down to a quarter tank, and our recommended fuel stops, it will say fill up or buy this many gallons. I never fill up. When I get down to like a quarter of a tank, I'll probably get 75 gallons. It depends on where I'm at. It'll put me back up to like, I don't know the lines on a fuel gauge, but you got full, then you got that line right below it. It usually puts me right around in there. Other than that, if I'm going between fuel stops, I'll take my mileage on my dash and I'll divide that by how many miles I'm about to go. But if my mileage says on the dash about an 8.6, I usually put it about maybe a 8.0 that I'll divide that by, and I'll get that many gallons of fuel. Always want to have a little extra fuel.
If you find that cheap fuel, I would go ahead and fill up. If you find some very cheap fuel, I would fill that sucker up. Also watch what you're spending money on. Watch where you're going out to eat. Make sure that you're trying to budget as much as you can. Like if you're a smoker or vapor or whatever, buy it wherever the tobacco cheap is, or the tobacco tax is the cheapest, to save some money there. Don't go to New York and buy some cigarettes or vape or whatever. Don't go to California, buy some. Be smart with your money, because whenever rates are low, when freight is slow and the rates are low, then you need to be smart with your money. And also goes back to refusing loads and stuff like that. Don't be refusing a load just because it's really low paying or whatever. Make sure that you're actually communicating with the fleet manager. Hey, is this the best load you can get me to? Is this going to get me to a good reload place? Because you don't know it. Your first year, you don't know. I say take as many loads as you can. Go. They will send you to areas that you haven't maybe been before, you're going to find out if that was a good area or not. Do your research, keep a notepad, write down where you're at, where you're picking up from, good load, bad load. Start keeping a little journal so you know where the freight lanes are. You got to learn your freight lanes, especially in lease. And I've never leased, but that's kind of my take on the whole thing.
I mean, yeah, lease gives you a lot more freedom to go where you want, drive when you want. You're pretty much your own boss, technically. But I say your first year leasing, do not turn down a load.
Exactly. Jesus takes the wheel with the $1.99. Take the fuel to the red on the last day of payroll. Oh yeah, and that right there. He did that. Don't forget that. I don't know how to say that. Flex strong. So Dalton says hot loads are need and cost. Oh, so you're talking about high value loads.
Yeah, that would be a
high value loads. If you gotta maintain, you got to make sure you go into that place with plenty of fuel, because you got to get pretty far away from the place before you can even stop with that load. They're just a pain in the neck. If you're a company guy, they're not worth it. If you're a lease guy, I hear they pay really well, but it's a lot of work, and somebody always has to be with that load. Like it's a pain.
Yep, in that case, I cannot haul those.
Tennessee, yeah. How many high value loads do you do out there on that flatbed?
I do 0.
0?
Yeah, we don't do high value loads. Now we'll do hot loads where they have to be there ASAP. Where they're it's because it didn't get picked up right away because somebody failed to get there, and we were the closest truck to it, and we have to get it there as soon as we possibly can.
Oh.
I've done a bunch of those because I know my fleet manager can trust me to get it there.
Now, if you call it shuttle runs, I've done a lot of those.
Shuttle just runs a trailer around, right?
That's usually the last load I do before I come home is a shuttle run.
Real Texans don't run ice. Yeah, we shut the town down. Dalton, you may be referring to what we called high val loads. Most of them pay pretty good. Yeah, if you're leased, they pay really good. Education is power. Knowledge is power is what I like to say, but it's the same thing. You're exactly right. Education is power. Educate yourself. Pegleg says trucking's the most regulated industry in the U.S. Yeah, I agree too. There's a lot of regulations with very little enforcement. Very little constant. Slowpoke says today's the first time in 2 to 3 weeks I topped off my tank, but only because I found cheap fuel and I'm heading to Maryland. So you must have got up in Illinois and topped that sucker off. See, I listen to you lease guys, man. Y'all tell me that cheap fuel's in Illinois, so I'm pretty sure you went through Illinois.
And someone forgot to mute their phone.
It was the watch. My niece hit me up. I have to send her a picture. She wanted a picture of me whenever I was young. I don't know what she's doing. Probably like making a scrapbook or something. She wants to see a picture of me when I was young. So I don't know how young. Denzel, what's going on, Denzel? What's the longest you've seen someone wait to upgrade after they completed their TNT mileage? It depends. Like that's kind of one of those loaded questions right there, because it all depends on if that student wants to upgrade. Because I can tell you the longest it ever took one of my students to upgrade is he was finished with his miles, and it was a year later that he upgraded finally. And that's just because him and his trainer wanted to do team together. And I was like, dude, you could have made so much more. Oh, you drop your trailer inside the building? That's freaking awesome. Go back. Go back.
I've done that too.
I want to see that
Oh, we're
again.
supposed to do that here.
I just want to see what the warehouse looks like. There's a lot of pipe in there.
Yeah, I've done that too. Mainly at receivers.
Yeah, we're supposed to do that here so they can get us loaded. We're not even supposed to be hooked up to it, so they can shut the door. If we go into the building while they're loading, they're supposed to stop loading us until we get out of the building. But I was just checking to see if they put any dunnage on it, and they still hadn't done that. And I've been sitting here for 3 hours and 46 minutes since I dropped that trailer.
Cha-ching, cha-ching, and you're doing a live having fun.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
I'm kind of trying to contemplating on if that's why I jumped out to see if they put any wood on it. Is maybe trying to get some shut eye.
Was there wood on it at least? I didn't see none.
No, they didn't put any wood on that yet at all.
Dang. Look
And
at
it's already
Hans
8
with
o'clock.
the 6-month channel membership going on. Oh, you can't see it, but over on the YouTube, you can see the 6-month emblem. It's pretty nice. Sorry, I just squirreled on that really bad. And I lost my place on here. Let's go with Han says, I keep tanks at least half full in the wintertime. Never know when you get stuck or something. Yeah, I'm with you there. Like, I fill up a lot in the wintertime. I don't care if I'm staying in the state of Missouri whenever I'm going on my load. I fill up just in case. Would you guys do a load to Alaska? Hell no.
No, that'd be a negative Ghost Rider.
I wouldn't mind it.
Wouldn't mind it.
I'm good.
In the summertime, maybe.
Haha, trying to be funny. Let me get a load going down to Hawaii.
I'm not going to Alaska. Han says a lot of truck drivers get caught pants down in South Dakota last month when they ran out of fuel on the roads and the roads got shut down. Yeah. You don't want to get man, if the road closes and you don't got fuel, like that APU, it's no telling how long those roads are being closed. Like Hans just said probably like, I don't know. I bet he was there for at least 4 days, 3-4 days. He was stuck in Wyoming and like if his APU went through all that fuel, you're gonna be cold.
I was stuck in Evanston for 3 days with my reefer set on fuel hog continuous. Man, that sucked.
Yeah, that reefer. I think on a fuel tank, I think you can run it on fuel hog. It all depends on the setting that you have to keep it at, but I think fuel hog. I always had to refill my tank about every 23 hours or so.
Yeah.
But that was the older truck. That was the older trailers. I don't know about these new ones.
I see they coming out with the 24s.
Are they better on fuel than the old ones?
I don't know actually. I had a 16. I don't know if the reefer had been it had a newer reefer on it. I filled this trailer up and I went 2 days without filling it up, and it hadn't even got down to a quarter. It hadn't even used a quarter tank of fuel yet. I'm like, that thing is good.
Oh, most of your viewers are Prime drivers. I don't think I think a lot of my viewers are Prime drivers, but I think a lot more of my viewers are just people that want to see what's going on at Prime. I have a lot of people, like most of my main guys that come in here, they're not Prime drivers, Nashville. Yeah, Hans is not one either. He can't do 59. Yeah, Hans can't even do 59 miles per hour, so he's definitely not Prime. He can only do like 26 miles per hour on the interstate. His truck's governed at it. He can't go faster than that.
I can do 65.
His trailer. I know most of you're Prime. I know most of you drivers are Prime guys, but y'all ever want me to put in a view of another mega carrier, just putting out good information for you, for your viewers, let me know. I'm no recruiter and I can leave. No, you can stay. Like actually on the Discord, I'm always looking for people from other companies because on the Discord, like that's for anybody to join the Discord and you can talk to people that work at for different companies. Nashville, who do you work for?
I actually
Company
forgot I
of what?
joined the Discord.
Oh, you forgot? How do you
Yeah.
forget?
Until I actually got a notification. I'm like, well, okay.
I load to Alaska. That's gonna be hard for me. Or hard for wait.
A hard no for me, dog.
That's gonna be a hard no for me, dog. Yeah, I wouldn't want to do I don't want to drive on no ice like Ice Lake. Those ice road truckers, I definitely do not want to do that. I try to stay away from anything that looks like it's gonna kill me. Safe.
I don't know. I got my passport and everything. I be asking my fleet manager to send me to Canada.
Be careful what you ask for. He's gonna send you in the middle of winter.
I told him for my first load, please don't do it in the wintertime.
I'm telling you, you'll be sent up there in the wintertime. You're not gonna like it at all.
Mm-mm.
Summertime, I'm going 75 miles per hour.
Actually, I don't mind going 65 because I don't see why a truck has to go that fast.
Backwoods, I
Especially going
still
in that
can't
mountain.
find the join button. Backwoods, he's been trying to join the membership to the channel for a long time, and he can't find the join button. It's aggravating. He wants that little subscription so he
joined
can
last
put the pee
live.
bottle in there. What were you saying, Oakdale?
I joined the membership last live. My first two emojis was a truck and a piss bottle. It was like,
Yeah, we were all like, this dude's already throwing them out the window. Look at this. Speaking of pee bottles, man, that video that I did on the pee jug, I don't know if y'all seen that short or not. I also put it on the TikTok, and that thing it got like over 500,000 views. I was like,
I don't know if you
what?
noticed, I do edit one of your videos on TikTok
Did you?
about the front facing cameras.
Oh, I'm gonna have to watch it.
Yeah.
I
don't know how many
if I
views it
found
got
you
on it. I think
TikTok
it got
yet.
like maybe 100 and something on my end.
I don't know if I found you on TikTok or not. You'll have to send it to me.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good. That's one thing I got to get right there. That's the only thing I don't have is a GoPro.
Dude, dash cameras that's a must. Because think about it. If you're driving in a construction area and you hit a construction worker, then what's the sign say? That's loss of your CDL. That's
never mind.
Time.
That's a backup cam.
It's both.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, he can see both. He can switch it back and forth. It's nice. It's cool whenever he's driving around and you see that trailer behind him, man. It does some awesome video. I'm all like, you got to post that stuff.
I put it down there at the bottom. I put it at my catwalk so they can see my trailer just hooking up to the trailer and everything.
Yeah. Well, on the reefer, it doesn't work out good because when you look in it, you'll just see a reefer unit. You'll be like,
yeah. Put it on the back of the trailer.
Tried to send a message multiple times, so I don't know what actually.
You sent the message multiple times, but I don't know what they actually sent it.
Hey, Chris Duarte. Or Chris Dornett. Duarte, where did I get that from? Chris Dornett was my guy that like I taught him on the reefer, and then my truck went to the shop and test day I had to throw him on a flatbed and test him out. But he got it. He trifected. I read somewhere they are releasing hybrid reefer units in 24/25, which they claim will only need like 8 to 10 gallons of fuel per 48 hours on Fuel Hog. Oh, that's sick. That is freaking sick.
Hey, I see them coming already out with the 24s.
That'd be nice.
They posted in the. I'm like member of the reefer group on Facebook. They took a picture of the Fontana yard. It was a 24.
My friend sent me a picture of one too, and it's like the only thing really was different is it has a they took the lights for the tire indicator and the reefer shutoff, and they put a plate to bring it over. The chute wasn't as long. The chute inside the trailer wasn't as long. And other stuff.
I was looking for a trailer. I didn't know that they actually put Prime on the door of the reefer, and I'm sitting here trying to look for it. On the driver's side, the numbers are actually up further up, so they can have the tire inflation and the reefer thing on the side. I'm sitting here driving around. I'm like, if I didn't see that Prime on the side of the trailer, I would have never knew that was a Prime trailer.
Oakdale, can you explain how to use the reefer to air dry inside of your trailer after a washout?
Go to your Intel set, go all the way to the bottom. It should say either dry out or remove moisture. I don't really use it.
Yeah.
Because it's usually a meat loaded. They usually have me open the doors and back in. I don't know why in a dusty lot, but
you know
I'm
what works
using
out
it.
pretty good too is if you drop that temperature really low and pick it up really high and then drop it really low again. That works pretty good too. That drying setting, that remove moisture setting, that thing takes a long time. I like
forever. Yeah.
I like to bring the heat up in the trailer and bring it down, and then I'll freeze it, bring the heat up, and then freeze it, and then I'll run that, and it usually works faster. Something about the rapid drop and rise of the temperature helps it out, in my opinion. Miles transfer.
You've seen their trucks run down the road. Or am I the only one who knows them?
Yeah.
I'm looking it up because I want to see what the truck looked like.
So I think Boyd's, that BOYS or BOYIS or whatever, they're trying to copy Prime because they're now starting to get different colored trucks other than the white. I've seen 3 different colored trucks today up here.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Everybody wants to be like Prime, but they just don't want to go as slow as us.
But,
yeah, I seen these trucks. Oh, hit my mic. Yeah, I seen these trucks now. I see them.
But yeah, bro, I'm gonna get off here so I can try to get some shut eye before they come knocking on the damn door, since they don't have no boards on that yet.
All right, brother. Good night.
So,
thanks for coming in and helping out where you could, man.
Oh yeah. So we'll see you guys later.
Later, bro. Be safe tomorrow.
Oh, will do.
Ah, there we go. I like that background. I made that the other night. I wanted it to look like that corrugated steel or whatever it's called, that diamond plated steel, but
diamond plate. Yep.
It came out not looking like it, kind of looking like it, but not really. I want Tennessee to use that whiteboard to show them likes. Got 50 likes tonight. I
Wow.
don't think we got no 50 likes tonight. We got 12 likes tonight. No 13 likes tonight. Dakota says, in orientation, hoping to get that badge tomorrow. Simulator in an hour. And that late night simulator class, I can't believe that they do it so late at night. Well, I can kind of get it because they do those safety courses, and that takes up a lot of the daytime.
My lease class, I had simulator at 7 o'clock. That was the first class I had.
And I'll let you know that simulator class, like, listen to what they say, learn from what they say, but your trainer is going to teach you how to drive and stuff like that. Like, use it as a good reference, use it to learn some things, like driving down the road, stuff like that. But whenever it comes to being out there in the truck,
it's a whole different
what
thing.
your instructor tells you to do. Like, don't just try to keep doing the simulator thing. And like, if you're with me, especially, I'm going to tell you why it's not a good idea to do that and why it's a good idea to do this. And I'm going to take you to some places where if you try what you're trying to do, you're going to mess some stuff up. So it's best to, like, yes, take note of what they say and learn what they say and try it out what they say. But whenever you get with your instructor, he's going to be way more advanced than the simulator class. Don't pick apart what the simulator guy says either, because I get a lot of people that say, oh, in the simulator class, they said if you stop at a stop sign and a car backs up to let you make your turn, you fail your test. I'm all like, how do you fail your test if you stopped at a stop sign, a car just all of a sudden backed up and said, go ahead and make your turn? You're not going to fail your test. The only way you're going to fail your test is if you impede traffic. That's not impeding traffic. Just because the car said, you know what, I'm going to back up on my own wheel to move back and let this truck make a turn. You're not going to fail your test for that. You're not impeding traffic. If you were making a turn and a car was coming into that turning lane and they had to stop to let you make it, or they had to back up because you were going to hit them, you're going to fail your test because that's impeding traffic. There's a difference. So try not to pick apart what the simulator guys tell you. Like, he's trying to tell you about impeding traffic, and I know he probably explained it the right way. It's just it was picked apart, and it's not like, if you have questions about what's going to fail you on the test and all that stuff, ask your instructor. He's going to be the best person for you. Like, follow what your instructor says. Trust in your instructor. Hey, Nicole. Hey, Twisted. Is your pre-trip videos the same way as they are on the test? And yes, they are. My pre-trip videos, the exact way I point at the items is how you need to point at your test. So I get a lot of people that do this spirit fingers kind of stuff. Like, say we're talking about this wire right here on my mic. This wire right here. Dang, it's hard to see.
What happened, bro? We can't hear you.
I touched the cord and it unhooked it, man. But if you're talking about that cord right there, you got to point at that cord right there. You can't just spirit finger it and be like, hey, all the cords are probably mount secure, probably mount secured at both ends, not cracked, bent, or broken. You're not going to get points for that. If you're talking about that wire, you need to be like, that wire is probably mount secured right at both ends, and point at both ends. There's no abrasion, bulges, or cuts, or there's not cracked, bent, or broken. It's no exposed wires. You got to point at it. And like, I get a lot of people that come out there and they're all like spirit fingers or something like that. They're all like, you can just point in that general area. If it's not super filthy, then you can touch it. I'm not going to touch this wire because, as you can see, it kills my mic. I don't know why, but it does. So I'm not going to touch it right now. But if it's something that's not going to get me super dirty, I'm going to touch it. Like, we'll say it's the actual mic up here. I'm gonna be like, the mic's probably mounted secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. That way you know that I'm talking about this. This spirit fingers, probably not going to get counted right. If you're not pointing, you're going to get it counted wrong. If you watch, sometimes watch like watch your examiner whenever you're doing the test. And if you're pointing at stuff, watch. He's going to be checking it off that you're saying it. Now, if you're not pointing at it, then and he's just over there just watching you and he's not writing nothing on his clipboard, you need to go back and start naming that stuff off and point at that stuff, because you're not getting credit for it if you're not pointing at it, because you're not checking to make sure it's safe. But yeah, my pre-trip videos are pretty much the same way they are the same way you do the test. You have to crawl underneath the trailer and do the trailer on the reefer. You have to go under there. You have to get all the way under there so you can see the parts and you can point at them all. And my pre-trip videos are excellent at finding the parts, locating them, and being able to identify them, because especially somebody without a good background as a mechanic can go to that video, find the part on it, and actually see what it looks like. Then looking at that paper and going, the thingy-mabobber, where the heck is that at? Go to the video, follow the video, pause. There it is. That's what it looks like. You want to add anything to pre-trip, Odell?
My trainer, he was fancy with it. He labeled my trainer was a flatbedder, like I said. He laminated his papers. You probably know who I'm talking about too. He laminated all his papers and everything.
You had Tim Taylor.
Yes, sir.
Tim Taylor. Mine are laminated, and it's the exact same pre-trip.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So you had an easy pre-trip, super easy.
Yeah,
pre-trip.
I just had just the truck and the coupling area, and that was it.
Tim Taylor's a good guy. Like, he's been to my house before. Like, he's one of my friends.
I talk to him on Facebook from time to time. I go down to the pad. Maybe you're there or he's there, and I talk to either one of you if we all just chilling.
Yeah, he's a great guy. I was all like, I had to take a guess. I'm pretty sure it wasn't Tennessee Flatbedder, because I don't think he was training back then. It might have been training, but I think he was doing one student at a time. He didn't have the same pre-trip. Me and Tim Taylor are pretty much the ones that had it laminated. Some of the first people. So I was pretty sure it was one of had to be Tim Taylor.
Yep, that was him.
Awesome guy. He was the instructor of the year 2019,
I think.
18
or 19.
He was 18. I was 20. Danny Chris was 19. He was the year before that. He was 18. That was the first year I got to go to the top 15 instructor banquet. So he got it. The first year I went, he won it. Awesome guy. Great instructor too.
But yeah, he explained everything very well. And that's for anybody that's coming to trucking, you're going to have that song. You're going to have, as they said it, that song stuck in your mind. No abrasions, bowls, or cuts. Connected at both ends, not cracked, bent, or broken, probably minus secure. You're gonna have that. You're gonna go back to wherever they put you at with a migraine. So you might want to get you some pain reliever.
Yeah, and now Tim Taylor, I don't know if he still does or not, but he used to always send all my pre-trip videos to his students so they could use it to study. So, the in-cab on my channel is the same as the pre-trip that my students use. And it's the guy that made the pre-trip. His name's Justin, and he's a guy that I really look up to. And he's, in my opinion, the best instructor we have at Prime. And he's the one that wrote that pre-trip, and he's given it to us. And he's Justin's instructor of the year 2 times, Tim Taylor's 1 time, and I'm 1 time, and we used the same pre-trip because he made an excellent pre-trip. And I started using it that year that I got instructor of the year. So I've been using it since then, since that year. Oh, Tennessee already left. Sorry, I got to that comment too late. Codalet says, I didn't get that earlier. How am I supposed to decide what that end up doing? Very confusing. Thanks for the tips, D. Very helpful. Oh, Gail, you want to help me on that one? I don't know.
Did we miss something here?
It sounds like he decide what
Supposed to
that end up.
decide what that end up doing. Very confusing. I didn't get that either.
Hey, you're welcome for the tips. I'm glad to help, and Oakdale is too. We like helping people. How about, yeah, sometimes I have problems on here too, man. Like, Nashville says, you're doing yourself a disservice if you don't educate yourself on your pre-trip and what the item does. Yeah, you need to be able to check a safe vehicle, and I even step further than that. Like my guys find out real quick that after their first week, by the end of week 1, you better know your pre-trip, because whenever we go driving after that, I'm going to call you out. I'm going to be like, hey, why are you driving a truck before you did a pre-trip on it? Did you make sure that trailer was safe that you just pulled down the road? Or did you check it out? Did you look at the tires? Did you check the lights? I mean, anything that you get a ticket for, like, you're not checking to make sure that trailer's safe. So anything that was wrong with it, it's on you, because you know better. Like, you're supposed to do a pre-trip at the start of the day and at the end of the day. Now, I do go and I'm not going to ride around in an unsafe vehicle. I'm not trying to die or nothing. So I'm going to go look at stuff. I'm going to go look at stuff, but I am going to tell them, hey, why'd you not check the trailer? Why'd you not do your pre-trip? Like, you have to get into a safe vehicle. You need to see if it's safe before you drive it, and whenever you stop every day.
Did you get up under the trailer and make sure that trailer is latched properly before you pull off?
And do your walk arounds. Make sure you guys are doing walks around periodically. Like, Greenwich gave me a good tip the other day, which now I'm doing, is Greenwich says every time he stops, he'll walk down, like he stops for a restroom break, go inside the store. He says he'll walk down one side, go inside. When he comes out, he'll walk up the other side. And that way he gets both top sides every time he does it.
I do that too. Sometimes.
And I was like, man, I usually get back and then I walk around the whole thing. So
I stop at a rest area and just walk around my truck.
Oh yeah, when you get sleepy too, pull over, and that's a great time to go check some stuff. Like,
oh
man, I'm sleepy. Let me get out and walk around. Oakdale, can I ask you where you're from? Says Chris Dornett.
I am from Oakdale, Louisiana. Just south of Alexandria, right between Alexandria and Lake Charles.
Do a lot of fishing over there? You go fishing?
I haven't been in a while, but yeah, there's a few creeks around, a few rivers around. Got Turkey Creek, Crooked Creek. They're not really, well, from the times that I went, they're not worth keeping. But
yeah, just catch. I mean, it's just nice to get out there.
I mean, it's fun out there. You hang out with buddies. I mean, it's not just, I like just being out there. I don't care if it's catch and release or whatever. I will not get on a boat though, because boats sink.
Chris says lives in Ragley, Louisiana.
Trying to think of where that's at. I don't remember. I don't know. I can't think.
Nashville says, I drew the whole truck for my pre-trip CDL test. Oof.
I bet you if I had a trainer like Twisted right here, I probably would have got the whole truck.
My guys have to know it all, like period. Like
But I just take the knowledge that I got from the flatbed pre-trip, but I just added like walls and the front of the trailer, the reefer to it, and everything like that.
clearance lights on the
Yeah.
trailer. Jesse Sanchez says, "What's up, players?"
What's up? What's up?
Oh, Chris says it's 30 minutes from Oakdale.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I had to look up where it's at. I don't remember exactly where it's at, but it don't sound like you too far.
Slowpoke TNT says, "I find fresh fluid puddles all the time, so I make a mental note to check next stop." Yeah, you know, checking for leaks. Sometimes sometimes like no telling what somebody threw under your truck. Like they throw pee bottles out there. It's raining out there. You know, a lot of stuff. Like like if it's hot outside, your AC's on and it's dripping that water on the ground. I mean, I can see why you have a lot of fluids under there sometimes. Teglex says, every time I stop, I always check the fifth wheel, pull the tandem slide. Oh, no, it doesn't say slide it. Let me start over. Every time I stop, I always check the fifth wheel pull and tandem slide pull and all trailer conditions. Yeah, and I agree with that too. And
Yeah.
all the lights on the truck and everything. You know, my truck burns out headlights pretty fast, so I like to really check that too. Jesse says, delivering at AG here in Springfield, Missouri. This morning, another prime truck cut me off while turning right, waiting to check in. Then she hit my mirror trying to dock. Luckily, she didn't damage my hood mirror. No, that's not good. Sorry about that. You know, that's where somebody should have got out and looked maybe before that happened. And you know,
What they say? Goal. Get out and look.
get out and look. Get out and look. It's better to get out and look than hit something. Jumped out, and once no damage was confirmed, I helped her back into the door and gave her some pointers. Awesome. So that's great. Like helping out your fellow trucker. I'm glad that people are still helping each other out there. That's freaking great. You know, I remember whenever I was new and like I got my own truck and I was all like, if I was having trouble at a shipper or something like that, I remember people would get out and help me and like I try to return that favor too, unless I see somebody that's just not being safe. And also there's been some like rude people out there that I'm like, you know what? I can't really help this guy because this guy right here, seems like he already knows what he's doing, or like I couldn't help him even if I wanted to help him. He kind of seems like he has that attitude of I'm gonna do whatever I want. And some people you go try to help and they ain't taking your help. Jesse says, even though I was upset about being woke up that I remember when I first started. That's right, Jesse. Like, don't forget where you came from, right? We all been there. We all been the new person out there, and we all have had troubles out there and having people help. Like, it means a lot to somebody. I bet she was really appreciative of you helping her. And any tips you can give her to help her out, like that's awesome.
Yeah, it seems like nowadays that there's more photographers and videographers nowadays sitting in trucks. Oh, we'll get out when the damage is already done, but let's sit here and video it or take a picture of it as it's happening. And
Yeah.
I've left Facebook trucking groups because of that stuff. Other than
Yeah.
that, I would say something and I get banned for 30 days on Facebook. But it's whatever though.
They just want that next video that's gonna go viral,
yeah.
or it's crazy how much the social media has affected people wanting to help others. And Miss Coldblack says, "Hey everyone, I'm late this evening. Just finished my simulator test and I passed."
Awesome.
So Miss Coldblack is right here in Springfield, Missouri. She got here day before yesterday, and like I've been checking on her. I didn't check on her today. I feel bad, but I was figuring that she had like an afternoon simulator class or something like that, and I didn't want to bug her too much, but I've been checking in on her, seeing how the training's going. She was having fun with the CBTs yesterday, I'm sure. I know she took a lunch break to get away from them for a while, but hopefully I will be meeting her sometime tomorrow if she clears and gets her badge, because I'll run into her over there at the Plaza building, and we'll finally get to meet each other. Do y'all run chains? If you want to chain up, you can buy some chains. Like, I have chains in my truck. I've never used them, but if you want to chain up, then you can chain up. I like a company that's not going to force you to run on unsafe roads, and I feel like chains, if you have to chain up, the roads are pretty bad. They really are. And I just, that's my opinion. I don't like to chain up, or I'm not trying to chain up. Now the only time I will chain up is if there's nowhere to park or there's nowhere to stop that's safe. If the roads require chains and I don't have a choice in the matter, like, I'm gonna have to chain up and get somewhere safe to go ahead and call it a day. So I'll have chains on there just for that. Oakdale, you chain up? Have you ever chained up?
Nope, not even in training. As soon as I see that first chain law in effect sign, I'm parking it. And I let dispatch know, and they get with sales, and it just goes right on down the line.
Yeah. Do you know how to chain up?
I was never shown, but every chance I go to Springfield, I go down there and I look at the chains, how they're like connected and stuff down there at the Plaza building.
Yeah,
I was never shown though.
I've been asked about getting a video on how to chain up, and I just haven't done it yet, and I really, really don't want to. Like, for me to do it, I would have to open my bag of chains. Once you open your bag of chains, they're worthless money if you ever quit or whatever, and you're going to sell them back to the company.
Yep.
So like, I'm all like, do I want to take the hit and open this bag of chains so I can show people how to chain up?
Hey, next time I'm in Springfield, I got an open bag of chains. We do it.
Yours are open?
My one bag is open because I got kind of stuck. I don't want to talk about that, but I had to open a bag of chains and I got unstuck, and I just I laid them across the ground and I backed up over them, and I guess it kind of worked as like sand or cat litter, but It worked. But yeah, we can use those bag of chains. They slung up under my bump.
I'm down. Like, next time you come to town and you got some time, we're doing
Yeah,
that.
I got to come down there because I got to do my ACE 2 class.
Oh, already. That'll defer your lease payment for that week too.
Yep.
I think it's the ACE 2 class.
The middle of next month.
Dude, we can do. It's gonna be cold outside. You want me to put chains on in the cold? Dude.
Okay, we do it in the springtime then.
Let's do it in the summertime. Nah, we can do it in the winter.
I'm fluffy person. Well, I ain't trying to die in the heat.
Miss Cold Black says, "Thank you all. I appreciate it." Oh, you're welcome. Like,
you're welcome.
We're happy for you. We're happy for you. You're just taking a big leap, and the road gets harder, but it gets easier. So it's going to be a lot of work. But once you start learning the stuff and you get it down, you're going to remember it.
Oh
It's
yeah.
just, it's an uphill battle. Once you get it, though, it's easy money.
But keep that headache pain relief around there too.
Yeah.
Oh,
Up CBT. What's CBT? Computer-based training. So it's a whole bunch of these computer videos that you have to watch. You're gonna have to watch this whole video. Some of them are like an hour long. Some of them are like 20 minutes. And then at the end of every one, they're gonna make sure that you're watching it, because they're gonna be a little quiz at the end of it. Yeah, it's not fun. Like I didn't understand what they said in the first class the first day. So whenever I came in, it was 4 days of orientation. You had 4 days to get your CBTs done. Like we were, so like I was under the understanding that we had to get them done that first night. So I'm up till like midnight or something doing all those CBTs, trying to get them all done in one night. I get them all done, come in the next day, and they're all like, I'm all like, what? They're all like, y'all need to work on y'all CBTs and go to your simulator class. After roll call, y'all are dismissed. And I was all like, wait a minute. We didn't have to do those all in one day? I was like, oh, I got screwed. But, you know, back then we were learning manual transmission. It was a lot more on the simulator. You were on that simulator a lot, shifting, double clutching, shifting, up shifting, down shifting, skip shifting. Like, it was something else.
oh, so I came in at the good time then. I mean, I wouldn't have minded learning how to shift. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I don't know how to shift a vehicle.
I didn't like what I didn't like is whenever I had to teach it, because we would go over the road in automatic, and then we would get back and it'd be like, chop your legs out from under you. All right, we're not testing on this truck. We're going to use that manual truck right there, and you're going to have to learn how to do this in one day or so. You had to reserve the trucks. It was a pain. The thing that would drive me nuts is I'm all like, it's not in gear, and they're all like, yeah, it is in gear. Then why can I move it back and forth like this? I'd be like, rev it up, boom. Now we're in gear. Jesse says she couldn't hook the door to the chain, and said it was impossible at a 22 trailer shoulder to put your shoulder into it and lean your body weight to easy hook the door. Felt bad. She was never showed. Or chain. That it was impossible. It's a 22 trailer. Showed her how to put your shoulder. Oh, so she was having trouble hooking the chain on the door, and it was because she wasn't leaning on it. So us reefer guys, we're built for reefer, right? So we're kind of the bigger guys. So when we put the door up, we just lay on it. Like, we're big, all of our weight on the door, it smashes it all the way over, and you can hook a chain on a hook, and then it holds your door open. But if you scrawny flatbedders can't do it because y'all don't have that body weight, y'all be pushing it and having to use all these muscles. Shoot, we put that weight behind it. We're like, whoop, smash it. Good at smashing stuff.
I played 3 years of football, and I was center too. I just felt like it was like that, just like boom. But I'm not running into the door just to get the door open.
Chains are for getting out of trouble, not into it. I agree. Chains, cables, and tire sock video would be awesome. Tire socks are expensive. If somebody has some tire socks and would like to come to Springfield and they're open, I would love to check them out, and I would love to see how to put those on. I could definitely use it for a video, because I have never ever seen them put on. I've never even seen them on a vehicle, to be honest with you. I've seen videos of it. I've seen stuff like that, but pictures. I've never seen the auto socks out of the package. I went over there and I checked them out. in the company store. They have them over there, and I was all like, "How much are they?" They're all like $250, and I was all like, "Oh, that's it? That's all you gotta pay? Chains are more money than that." And then they're all like, you gotta buy, I think it's three bags or 4 bags. I can't remember, at $250 a pop." I was like, no, that's more than chains. And I was all like, that thing looks like it'll rip up. In my opinion, those auto socks look like they're gonna rip up.
Yes.
Talk about it. Jesse Sanchez says we have to pay it forward and try to help one another out here. She didn't want to back with the doors open. Explain it's easier to get used to backing instead of trying to line up a straight then open them. Yeah, Jesse, and I agree with it too. Almost everybody at Prime kind of, let's say about 85% of people at Prime, they're all like, leave the door shut, back it all the way in. And the reason for it is, like, for a while they wanted us to do that because they had too many doors getting ripped off or doors flying open, hit and stuff. So they kind of want you to get lined up in the dock and pull all the way forward and open those doors up and then straight line back it in. So that's what she's been trained. It's really that she wasn't trying to, like, she wasn't trying to make it easier on herself, but that's what people train. I don't like that because a lot of people forget to open those doors and they'll be at a real tight dock and they'll get it in there and then they'll find out that they don't have enough room to pull up. So they got to pull all the way out of that dock, open them up and put it all the way back in that they had trouble with. So,
Yeah, I do that with my tandems. I'll get in the door, then I'll put my tandems to the back of the trailer.
Oh yeah, you want to be straight when you slide your tandems back. You don't want
it. It's also good if you have your tandems all the way. If you have your tandems all the way to the back of the trailer, you actually know where the back end of your trailer is. So it's not really.
You can see the back end of your trailer. You should know where it's at.
Yeah, you'll see where if you can see where your your tires are on your trailer, you can pretty much just say, look, the back of my trailer is just like right there. That'll actually keep you from slamming into that dock too.
You know, whenever it comes to, like, if I'm in a tight spot, just to make it easier on myself, I go ahead and slide those tandems all the way to the back. And did you know, if you're ever pulling out of a super tight spot, like there's a truck stop in Oregon I had to do this in. It's a real tight pilot. I can't remember exactly where it's at, but it's a real super tight pilot. Even pulling out of a space is hard to do. Like, if you ever get into that situation, slide your tandems all the way to the back to pull out. It eliminates that swing of the back of the trailer.
Oh yeah.
If you're pulling out of a tight spot, slide those tandems to the back. Trust me, you'll get out of there without hitting somebody's mirror on the other side.
Yeah, taking out their deer guard or whatever.
And you know, when you're pulling out of a spot, if you hit a mirror, you're not going to notice it. Like, it's so small. Like, if you just catch that mirror blink, you're not going to notice it. And then they're going to be like, this dude hit and ran on me. And then you're in even more trouble. So if you're ever in a tight spot, just slide them all the way to the back and then pull out of that spot. The legend says, what's the most popular trucking destination in the deep South? South Carolina through Louisiana. Oakdale?
I can speak for Louisiana. I just can't do South Carolina. Like I said, when I leave home time, and I'm going, like the load that I just took before I came to the house, I went down to the Robert, Louisiana, Walmart DC. Maybe I'll get a load. When I leave here, I go to Opelousas and I pick up an empty trailer, and I'll either get a load from Ventura Foods right there where I pick it up, or I'll go up to Bastrop up there, maybe about 30 minutes north of Monroe. That's another meat plant. Or I'll go over to Natchitoches. It's just pretty much meat plants down here. Like I said, I can't speak for South Carolina. I go through South Carolina, but I don't really deliver there.
There's a Tyson over there in South Carolina. No, that's North Carolina that has that big Tyson.
Yes, sir.
It's South Carolina. I can't think of what all's in South Carolina right now.
I don't come to the South too much, except for when I come home.
Pegleg says, if you're bringing a trailer into the terminal with a missing door, do you need a lock on it? You laugh, but the other day I was coming in the gate over at Prime, and there was a trailer missing a door, and it had a lock on the back. It had a lock on the back of it, and I leaned over because it was a passenger side door that was gone on the back of the trailer. I leaned over to see if there was another door inside there, and they didn't even bring the door with them. And I was like, wow. But they had the lock on the trailer door. Like, it was locked. The one door that was there, it was locked. And the guy at the guard shack, he goes, man, they're really taking those locks serious around here, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
I buzzed out laughing, and I was all like, yeah, I guess so. He's all like, I can't believe that trailer was missing a door and they put a lock on there. Like, you could walk in the other side. I said, I know. But, hey, they had a lock on it. I wanted to take a picture of video or something on, like, get behind it whenever I could stop over there. Like, where the pedigree trucks are, you can still see the base. I wanted to stop right there and take a video of it or a picture of it, but then people would be like, you're snitching. I ain't snitching. Yeah. I'm just wondering, like, holy cow, are we really taking the locks to that level? From what I've heard / seen, tire socks, if they aren't used in the correct environment, snow, it will shred them. Yeah, I'm not surprised, man. They do not look like they're very great. The Legend 27 says, what's the process of truckers at a weight station? For the weight station, if you're driving one of these Prime trucks, they're going to have the pre-pass in there, and you go through a weight in motion, and it kind of weighs like a rough estimate of what your weights are. And then you go under the next transformer, and it will make your light inside your cab either go green with a beep, beep tone, and that means that you can bypass the weigh station, or it's going to give you a red tone that goes beep, 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 with a red light on the side of it. And you're going to have to go into that weigh station because you might be still legit, but they called you into the weight station. Now, if your company has a good CSA score, then you're less likely to go into a weight station because they don't find much stuff wrong with the trucks of your company. Now, once you go into the weight station, you got to follow the signs, and not all of them have the transponders. They're not all pre-pass weight stations. You got to be on the lookout for a sign that says open or closed, and then you go into the weight station. If you're called into it, you go into the weight station and pay attention to your signs. Sometimes it says loaded trailers on this side, empty trailers on that side. Sometimes it's just one lane. Sometimes once you go into a weight station, there's a bypass lane where you then are, like, I guess it reweighs you and then it says, oh, you know what? Bypass it. Go ahead, take off. Or it'll tell you go onto the scale. Now, scales are not all the same. Some scales you go to, you pull the whole truck on it, and they might have a speaker that tells you when to go, or they might have a light over there that tells you green light, go, red light, go around the back, a red light, stop, or like a sign above it that says go around the back and park and come in with your stuff. And, so each weight station is going to be different. If you check your tandems, and if it's axle by axle, do that. If it's pull the whole thing on the scale, do that. Follow your signs. If it says go back to the highway and take off, go back to the highway and take off. If it tells you go around, park in the back, and then you're going to grab your log your logs book, your bill of lading, your driver's license, your permit, or your your CDL. What am I saying? Your CDL and any other paperwork that you think is important, and you take that all in there, and you want to be cool, calm, and collective. You don't want to talk to them too much. Like, you don't want to be in there trying to joke with them. You want to be kind of serious. Get in there, get out. Say as little as you can. Has been my experience. They're going to ask you for stuff. You pull that stuff out. You give it to them. They look at it. They're all like, "Okay, you can take off. All right, you're out of there." But if you're in there like, "What's going on? Y'all just pulling me in here for no reason," they're probably going to keep you there a lot longer, and then they're going to do even more work. So, you're gonna, if they want to find something wrong, they will find something wrong. Like, I'm not trying to get hung up in the wait station. I don't go to the police station and hang out with the cops because it's cool. Like, I'm trying to stay away from the cops. Like, I'm trying to stay away from the people that can write me a ticket, because sometimes I'm blunt and I speak my mind too much and I say the wrong things. Oh, Dale, did I miss anything?
Oh, go by your lights. Sorry. And some of them, the weigh station will be closed, but you'll also probably get a red light in your truck. Go through that weigh station. Even if you don't get lights, you'll be looking crazy going through it, but you're just playing it safe. I've had to do that a lot. Oh, and that's pretty much it. Just play it safe.
Play it safe. Jesse says, "Is there a bounty for locks? I've caught at least 5 crime drivers without locks on trailers at a truck stop, but don't want to be that guy." Yeah, don't be that. Like, I've never. I don't know. The way I grew up and the way I was raised is, you don't snitch. If you snitch, you might disappear. You might, something might happen to you if you're snitching. Now, that's how I was raised. No locks on those trailers. If my thing with that is, if you're gonna be the one that, like, hey, I'm gonna turn somebody in whenever I see that, be man or woman enough to go to that person and tell them, "Hey, you forgot to put your lock on the trailer." It might be a simple mistake if they just forgot. If you got such a big problem with it, then, like, say something to that driver. Let them have at least the opportunity to get it fixed before you just let me call the company and let them know what's happening. Oh, I got bad sound again. Is it because I got further away? Or is it just acting up? I touched this wire earlier, man. That's... Testing. Is that working?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine.
Okay, I think I'm gonna have to break down and buy a new wire for this thing. I don't know what's up with it, but I think it's messing up a lot.
Yeah, I'll be right back. I go get a couple bottles of water.
Hold on, what's this word right here? Biloxi. Biloxi?
Biloxi.
Biloxi.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Biloxi, Mississippi. There's a Biloxi. All right, go get your drink of water. Sound check 1, 2. Sounds good. They're taking PC away. The PC, like, we had a big discussion about that earlier. As of right now, As of right now, I haven't heard that they're going to take it away. The main thing is they're testing it on some fleets right now. Like you have to call in if you want to use it. And the big talk for the longest time before they did this. They've been talking about this for about a year. No, probably about 6 months, but they've been talking about it for a while that they were
A long
gonna,
while, actually.
yeah, I don't know if it's been a year yet or not, but they've been talking about it for a while that they were going to go ahead and take the PC ability away from us and just have it where everybody, company wide, would have to call logs to get approval to use it. And what they're trying to do is they're trying to protect themselves from actually losing it is what's going on. They're not trying to. Prime is not the ones trying to take it away from us. And like I was watching the trucker the Asian Maya, how you say it? I can't remember how to say it, but I was watching. He has a lot of followers, but I was watching his channel about it, and he was saying that Prime's taking it away. Prime's not taking it away. They're trying to prevent the loss of it, is what they're doing. In my opinion, is we're trying to protect ourselves so we don't lose it. Yeah, mother trucker. So he used to be the my Asian.
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. So, Prime is taking the steps to try to protect it because it is a game changer. Like it hurts whenever like you need to move to this place to get a shower and you're going to have to start your clocks. Time is money. The more you hurt your clocks, the more you're losing money right there because time in this business, time is money. You don't want to lose your money by running up your drive time or your on duty time and stuff like that just to move to another truck stop or cut up your 10-hour break, mess up your 10-hour break or say your 34-hour break by moving that truck. You're going to have to redo that break. So PC made it possible for us to move the truck here or move the truck there to go get a shower, to go get groceries, whatever the case may be, move to a better place for better entertainment, stuff like that. Well, I think that we need a better definition on PC. Like we need a guideline put out with the exact rules of PC and stuff like that, because it's all this wishy-washy stuff, like how the laws are written and stuff like that. Even whenever they had this big change in February, like they had a packet, it was about that thick of the changes that took effect February whenever the law changed and you couldn't train unless you had 2 years, all that stuff that took effect in February. And I try to read that stuff. You can't understand it. Like Prime Legal Team had that whole packet for a while trying to figure out what's legal, what's not legal to do in that whole packet. So they and that's the same with PC. I looked up PC because I wanted to do a video a while back. I've been trying to do a video for like probably about 7 months about PC, what you can do with it, what you can't do with it. Is this going to be legal? Is that going to be legal? And I even went to the logs department and said, hey, if I go here to do this, am I going to be good? And they're all like, is it towards your load? Is it away from where you're going? Is it this or is it that? Like there's a whole bunch of questions they ask, and I'm all like, I just need a black and white answer, like yes or no. Let me ask you a question. Like you're just asking me more questions, so I'll just be like, you know what? I'm already confused. I'm leaving. Like, yeah, it's pronounced Asian Mai. We need to be able to use it sometimes, most definitely. And I agree. We need to be able to use it for the right reasons. Like I like the ability that, hey, after they finally unload me and I got all that detention pay, I can off-duty drive to a truck stop to take a break and it won't interrupt my 10-hour break. So like stuff like that is really affecting if they take it away. And also being able to go to the store, like go to a grocery store to get groceries. Like my suggestion on it though is, and I would stop during a 30-minute break to get groceries. That's what I've always done. I stopped to get on my 30-minute break. I've stopped to get groceries, or on my 30-minute break, that's whenever I take my showers. I like to do it like that because I know me. I know how long it's going to take for me to go in there, do my stuff, and get back to the truck. I speed through everything. Like I try to do stuff fast because I micromanage myself and micromanage my clock, my time always. So that way, whenever I park for the day, I don't have to move my truck no more. My 10-hour break, my truck does not move. So I don't even need to use PC during that time, but I like it just in case I needed to. Were you going to add something, Oakdale? Sorry, I talk too much sometimes.
No, I was listening. I just going back to what I heard on the Friday morning meeting, that they're making it that that I think it's always been like this, that you can go from the shipper or receiver to go get it, like if you're waiting on your trailer to be loaded or whatever, and you're bobtailed, you can go to get a shower or go get something to eat, but you got to come right back. You can do that on PC. But if you check in like a day early, if it's like a drop and hook and you check in a day early and you after your 10-hour break, a lot of people think you can just PC back to the shipper or receiver. They said that you cannot do that. And I think that's where a lot of people, I don't want to say people, but a lot of drivers are messing up at.
See, and the problem with that also is if you drop a trailer at a shipper, this is what they said you can do. You can drop your trailer, like say you're doing a drop and hook. You can use that off-duty drive to drive to a truck stop, bobtail, and then off-duty drive back, because your personal time was going to get your shower and you're just coming back to where you left from. So they said you could do that. But if you take a trailer with you, all of a sudden it's a no-go. It's like, come on, man, just make it like, yes, you can do that, or no, you can't, and make it cover both things. It shouldn't be like, if you have a trailer, you can't do that, but if you don't have a trailer, you can do that. See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's my whole thoughts on the process. Like,
Yep.
if you ask DOT officers, like ask several DOT officers. Now, don't go into that weigh station and walk in there and just start asking questions, because they're going to come. They might not like that. But if you're at, like, say you're at Love's or something, and there's some in there buying drinks, and y'all are waiting in the line. Hey, how y'all guys doing? They seem pretty cool. Hey, can you explain to me about this personal convenience? Can you do this? And just ask them one question. And then the next time you see something, because we see them in the truck stops, we see them different places that's not like at a weigh station or like just small talk. You know, talk to them like a human for a while. Hey, what's going on, man? So how's it going out there? They got you patrolling the streets or what? You know that they're not. They're going to the weigh station, but you can talk to them a little bit. Ask them some questions. Like, knowledge is power. You know, just like people were saying, education is power. I believe knowledge is power. Educate yourself. Nashville says, what's your opinion on speed limiters? I know y'all are governed at 65. I don't see a problem with it. You know, like, call it hate or whatever, but if I'm going 62, let's bring everybody to 62. But no, on the real note is there's too many people flying down that highway too fast, and there's too many people riding people's bumpers trying to push them out the way. Make everyone speed the same. Maybe it'll slow down on some of that riding somebody's bumper trying to push them away. We can't do that at Prime. We have stuff on the front of the truck that will indicate that we're going to get into a collision, and it's going to hit the brakes on the truck, give you a critical event, and you're going to have to explain why you're doing it. So I'll even want to up the speed limit, the limiter. I'll want to up that. put everybody a sensor on the front of their truck. Make that Bindex sense. What's it called? Oakdale, what's that sensor on the front of the truck?
See, you got the on guard and you got the lane depart. You got the on guard, which is on the bumper. That
So
that
the
determines
on-guard.
on how far that person is in front of you. Well, that car in front of you, how fast they're going, and how close you are.
Put the critical events on everyone. The stuff that reads all the critical events, make
Yep.
that for everyone is what I see.
Exactly.
And slow down the trucks. Anything to make these streets safer, these interstates and stuff like that, safer. Like make it safer for everybody. And I think a lot of people have got out of hand with that speed, and a lot of people have got, like, I'm seeing a lot of reckless driving. Like, you know, I did that video the other day about the driver facing cameras, but at the end of the day, I was thinking about it after I made that video, and I was all like, man, all these people on these cell phones, like, you know, sometimes I just wish that they had something. Hey, you start up your truck and no more cell phone signal inside your truck, or, you know, like it EMPs everything in your truck for a while, so you can't use none of that stuff. I see too many people rolling down the streets on cell phones, and that goes for these little cars out there. I think it's highly dangerous.
You know, there's an app out there that you can get because your location pinpoints. Well, obviously, it can also pinpoint whether you're driving or not. There's an app out there that actually pays you for your phone being locked while driving.
Does it really?
Yeah, it pays you so many cents, but hey, this has been a couple years ago since I've seen this, but I'm like, no, it's not true.
Send me the link, because
I'm gonna have to look it up
phones.
again. And like I said, it's been a couple years, but I'm
I
gonna
got
have to
two
look
phones.
at that.
I could put it on both phones and throw them both down, like go do my load and get paid while both of my phones are locked. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, while driving.
Yeah. Oh, shoot.
There's
You
an
know,
app
I
for
do
everything
enough-
out here now.
I do enough loads around here that it wouldn't hurt to get some extra money for that.
There's a cooler at the Prime store that you can link to your phone. It's that high dollar cooler that they have right there by the cashier. It's that
I ain't buying that.
you
I
can
don't-
link that. You can Bluetooth that to your phone. Hey, you pick up Ben and Jerry's. Hold on, let me turn down my temperature on my cooler.
Up Tempo Transport says, as long as you don't take your 30 at the pumps, like those super truckers that can't walk 10 feet to take a dump. Yeah, you know, the only time I'll say that I feel like you're justified for taking a 10-hour break at a pump is whenever you pull all the way up and you park at one of the last ones, so they won't be complaining about it. But, you know, at nighttime, whenever you can't find a parking spot, you need to take a 30-minute break. I don't think anybody should be tripping on the middle of the night at somebody taking a 30-minute break in a fuel pump. You got to take it somewhere. And on the on ramps and the off ramps, that's dangerous. Somebody run into the back of you and you will kill them. Miss Monica, am I saying that right? Moniquez, or is it Monica? Monica.
I'm thinking it's Monique.
Monique. Oh shoot,
I'm
I was
thinking.
way off. Sorry, Miss Monique.
Please,
I'm bad at reading. Like, I've been trying to skip her name all this time. Miss
please,
Monique.
please, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sorry if I mispronounce your name.
Miss Monique, after trucking, says simple is the best. If you like you said, if it was cut and dry, a lot of drivers might not get in trouble. Exactly. Make it cut and dry where, like I always say, like, think about it, man. I barely passed high school, and you want me to read all this legal stuff? Like, make it for dummies. Like, give me the book of dummies for that. Like, you expect me to read that and figure out what it says? I can't read that.
Hey, just
Prime
make
lawyers have to read that
Just
stuff.
for
and they
me,
can't
make
even
2
read.
columns: do's and don'ts.
Yeah. And have some
I
pictures
need
in
2
it too.
columns.
Put some pictures in it. I need some
Yeah.
pictures, some illustrations, some maps,
Oh, yeah.
all kinds of stuff. Recon or Rincoln's Trucking says going 65 is not bad, but there's a situation when having that extra speed could help you out. Yeah, and I understand that. I understand that just a little bit. Hey, maybe make a button in there that you can press and you can do 67 for about 5 minutes. Like something.
I think some companies actually have that.
And no prime is 65. Nashville says, only bring it up as if we all at 65, what that do for passing traffic, etc. You know, I think that you'll have less trucks and accidents that are stopping the whole freeway, really, and you'll have less people. I think that it'll be good. Really, I don't care about the traffic. The passing traffic, slower traffic stayed to the right. So it doesn't really affect us. It doesn't matter that passing traffic's on the left, just shooting past you. So what? The only thing it does is increase your probability of getting into accident because you can come into the vicinity of more vehicles on the road because they have to pass you. If y'all were doing the same speed, they wouldn't have to pass you. So you would have more cars passing you. That's a more chance of coming into contact with somebody not paying attention. That's the only downside I see to it. ACC sensor, man, you can't see them text on the phone when they pass you. On the hammer down lane, you can see it from their windshield. The active cruise control sensor. Yeah, nah, not the active cruise control sensor. I don't care about matching someone's speed. I was talking about the hey, you get a critical event and it'll slam down on the brakes on your truck. That's what I was talking about. Pegler says drivers facing cams would get a look at me and someone else would get sick. Pegleg, come on, man. Go Diego, go. What's going on, brother, man? We're gonna get out of here. Oakdale Trucker, thank you for showing up to the live today, man, and coming out and chilling with us. And if a lot of y'all would, since he came out here and helped us tonight and jumped in here and let y'all have some great information, make sure y'all check out his channel and subscribe to it. He's done a couple of lives and I see more coming sometime, and he's putting out videos. So if y'all want to check out another trucking channel, make sure y'all subscribe to him, hit him up. Great guy. But we are out of here. Thank you all for stopping by. We had fun tonight. You got anything else, Oakdale, before I hit this ending credit thing?
I don't know. I got 2 more videos coming out in the works. I'm at home right now, so I can show you a couple how-tos and stuff like that. I got a couple more coming out, so for the next week. So
like, comment, and subscribe. Knowledge is power.
Twisted.